why DC's Roosters call was a lie and the real reason he left Manly. Player code switch controversy. Can a man spend 17 years bleeding for one club, swear his soul belongs to the beaches forever, and then, in one quiet November afternoon, sign with the enemy he once called soulless? The answer is yes. And the truth behind Daly Cherry-Evans' secret Roosters pact will break every Manly heart twice. Brookvale Oval, late 2025. The northern beaches wind whips in off the Pacific, carrying salt and the faint echo of old war cries. The Sea Eagles are training under lights, the same floodlights that watched a 17-year-old DCE burst onto the scene in 2008. He is 36 now, hair thinning, legacy cemented, premiership captain, Queensland immortal, the greatest Manly halfback since Cliffy Lyons. Everyone believes this is his last contract, a ceremonial farewell lap in the chocolate and white. Please like, share, and subscribe for more sport talk content. Yet behind the smiles for the cameras, something is rotting. Whispers leak from Narrabeen. The club has offered DCE only 1 year at reduced money. Loyalty, they call it. Survival, he hears. While across town, the Sydney Roosters, 3 straight premierships, bottomless private funding, Nick Politis smiling like Mephistopheles, slide a 3-year, $3.3 million deal across the table and whisper the words every aging champion secretly craves. We still believe you're the best half in the game. The turning point comes on a rain-soaked Tuesday at North Sydney Oval, a nothing trial against the Rabbitohs. DCE is supposed to be resting a minor calf strain. Instead, he is spotted in the Roosters corporate box, hood up, sunglasses on, sitting beside Politis and Trent Robinson. A fan's grainy phone footage hits X at 8:17 p.m. By 8:22, the hashtag DCE Trader is #1 trending in Australia. Manly fans gather outside the league's club in the rain, stunned, soaked, furious. 3 days later comes the moment that will haunt Brookvale forever. Press conference at 11 a.m. DCE walks in wearing a crisp Manly polo, eyes red from no sleep. He begins the script everyone expects. I will always be a one-club man. Then he stops. The room holds its breath. He looks straight into the lens and says, voice cracking, I've signed with the Roosters, effective immediately. I'm sorry. The silence is so complete you can hear the air conditioning. Then a female reporter in the back row begins openly sobbing. The stadium that night against Parramatta is a funeral with 17,000 mourners dressed in maroon and white. When DCE's face flashes on the big screen during warm-up, the boos rain down like gravel. One banner reads, we carried you when you were broke in 2015. You leave when we're broke in 2025. Another simply says, Judas 7. Social media detonates. Old clips resurface of DCE in tears after the 2013 grand final loss, swearing he'd never play anywhere else. The 2015 backflip on the Titans is dragged up again, weaponized. Yet beneath the rage, a deeper wound. Manly fans realize the club forced his hand. The Roosters didn't steal DCE. Manly pushed him out the door with arrogance disguised as fiscal responsibility. Within a week, the narrative flips. Journalists uncover leaked emails. Manly's offer was actually $550K for 1 year with a mutual option they never intended to take up. The Roosters offered security, respect, and the chance to chase one last ring beside generational talents. Suddenly, half the fan base is apologizing on Reddit threads titled, We Don't Deserve Him. This is not just a contract dispute. This is the death of the one-club loyalty in the salary cap era. DCE gave Manly everything, his prime, his body, his reputation, and when the mirror was finally held up, the club saw an old man, not a legend. It's about pride, too. The proudest club in the game, born 1947, never relegated, could not find 300 cal extra to keep the son who carried them through their darkest decade. The Roosters, soulless bonding machine that they are, simply valued greatness more. In the reflection that follows, we are forced to ask uncomfortable questions. When does loyalty become exploitation? When does a club's family rhetoric become a one-way street? DCE stayed in 2015 when Gold Coast offered double. Manly rewarded that sacrifice by treating him as expendable the moment the leg slowed a fraction. He finally speaks, raw and unfiltered, on the Matty Johns show 2 weeks after the announcement. I sat in my car outside Brookie after they tabled 1 year and cried like a child. Not because of money, because 17 years and they looked me in the eye and said, we're moving on. The Roosters rang the next day and said, "We're moving towards you." That was that simple and that heartbreaking. He pauses, eyes wet again. "I'll wear the Roosters jersey with pride, but I'll never take this tattoo off." He pulls up his sleeve to reveal the sea eagle on his ribs, still bleeding fresh ink from 2013. Manly will always be home. They just forgot to leave the porch light on. Round 1, 2026. Allianz Stadium. The Roosters run out to a corporate roar. DCE stands in the tunnel in red, white and blue for the first time, staring at the turf where he once plotted Manly's downfall. When he scores in the 78th minute to seal victory, he does not celebrate. He simply points to the sky, then taps the eagle tattoo through his jersey. Some stories end in fire. Others end in quiet, dignified betrayal. DCE did not lie when he said forever. He just never imagined forever would be the first to walk away. So when historians write the final chapter of Daly Cherry-Evans, remember this: the greatest betrayal was never his signature on a Roosters contract. It was a proud club believing loyalty only flows one way, and a proud man finally choosing himself when no one else would. If you want,